My name is Seyi Akinwunmi, and I'm currently the first Vice President, Nigeria Football Federation. It's with great pleasure that I greet all my colleagues in the Congress of Nigeria Football Federation, the Nigeria football family, and all football lovers in our great country. I'm sure that by now many of you are aware of the recent events that eventually culminated in the hosting of the Annual General Assembly of the Nigeria Football Federation, the NFF, and the commencement of our journey towards the election of a new NFF Executive Committee to run Nigerian football for the next 4 years. I thank those who have played their part to get us to this point, including the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, General Muhammadu Buhari, the Honorable Minister for Youth and Sports Development, Chief Sunday Dare, the Executive Committee and management of the NFF, the football stakeholders in general, and in particular, my colleagues, the members of the NFF Congress, who have in the past few months done a tremendous job to show that they love Nigerian football and are worthy of being called football congressmen. The long wait of over 7 months to start the journey for change in our football is finally over. Although the period was fraught with a lot of minefields, the resolute steadfastness of the Congress has prevailed. The events of the past few months have given me a lot of time to step out of the box, look in, and further meditate, even from a different perspective, on what needs to be done to improve our football, to aspire to global standards, and also meet the yearnings of Nigerian football stakeholders. In addition, I've taken time to further consider what in the administration of football needs to be maintained or retained, what needs to be improved upon, what needs to be radically changed, what needs to be gradually amended, what innovations are required, and so on. Importantly, this time afforded me the opportunity to ponder seriously on whether, as the incumbent first Vice President of the NFF, I can be a part of the change and growth that needs to take place in our football. My ability in these past few months to straddle the difficult terrain of being an executive committee member, yet fight for change, convinced me even further that indeed I could provide the much-needed leadership in the quest for a brighter future of Nigerian football. I have, in the past months in particular, given the issue very deep thought, and thereafter made wide consultations across the country, starting from within my immediate family, my state government, my state sports family, the NFF Congress, the national football family, potential sponsors and partners, as well as leaders of thought, advisors, mentors, friends, and others. I have, with all humility, come to the conclusion that I can and should be a part of the transformation, that my membership of the current executive committee as first vice president, rather than being a hindrance, is actually a benefit, that the knowledge I have gathered in that position should not be wasted and will stand me in good stead to lead the change and growth from the front as the substantive NFF president. I have therefore, with all humility, decided to vie for the post of president of the Nigeria Football Federation, and by the grace of God, come 30th September 2022, I shall be sworn in as the next NFF president. This is another opportunity to show my love for Nigeria, and I have no doubt that it is a natural progression on my long journey from the basement of football administration in Nigeria to its pinnacle. My football administration experience and my obvious desire to reposition our football to meet current Nigerian realities as well as attain global standards will help me lead an NFF that marries the nostalgia of yesteryears with the current digital realities in football administration. My love for football started from a very young age. I remember as a young primary school boy playing competitive school football, even out of state, from my school, Maryland Convent School, Ikeja. I continued to play competitive football all through my school years, my university years, and even as a youth corper. My football administrative skills were first highlighted in my second year at secondary school, Ibobi College, Yaba, Lagos, where I formed a team known as the Young Potentials, FC. It turned out to be the most organized intra-school football team and dominated our local competition for years. In my adult years, I got involved in the administration of grassroots football and later became the honorary legal advisor to the Edo State Football Association in year 2000. I spent a lot of my time watching grassroots football and spent a lot of my money buying boots, bibs, and jerseys for indigent children. I became totally hooked on developmental football and the power of grassroots football as a strong socio-economic tool for the emancipation of the indigent. I also realized that talent could not be properly developed without proper administration, an enabling environment, and a clear football development strategy, starting from the bottom. I have been very fortunate to have had a very wide breadth of football administration experience, from the State Football Association to the Nigerian National League, to the Nigeria Professional Football League, and now to being the first Vice President of the Nigerian Football Federation. Nigerian football was once in a place where we had secondary school football, which produced the talent and spectatorship that many national teams today will be proud of. Where we had academical teams that produced players for our national teams, and where our top teams like Mighty Jets, Rangers, ICC, Bendel Insurance, Kano Pillars, stationery stores had cult following, but whose fans shared a common passion for football. Where our local teams challenged on the continent, where state football associations had vibrant leagues, some as deep as 3 tiers, where our coaches and referees became household names. Then something went wrong. There was a disconnect between our grassroots developmental football and the top tier of our football. Our football also suffered from the downturn of the economy, and we have not moved rapidly enough with the reality of the times, which demands and has demanded for a long time that football be run as a business. We have lagged behind in the development of football infrastructure, and we are far behind in the race for digital supremacy in the administration of football. Even as first Vice President of the NFF, I've always made it clear that if we are to succeed as a footballing nation and take advantage of the abundance of talent that we have, we must be prepared to bite the bullet and embark on a reform of our football. In the course of my journey through the administration of Nigerian football, my interaction with international football administrators, my engagement with stakeholders as a member of the Presidential Committee on Football Development, my role as chairman, NFF Reform Committee, and as a member of the recently concluded assignment of the Presidential Committee on the 10-year Football Master Plan, and through deep research, I've conceptualized a pathway to make Nigeria football great again. It is themed Football First. And it leverages on 4 pillars. 1, football development. 2, the business of football. 3, football infrastructure. And 4, technology. I believe that through the Football First pathway, I'm uniquely qualified to turn things around and take us back to the top of global football. It is why I believe strongly that a transparent and effective football development plan must be premised on good governance and must start at the grassroots with state FAs that are well-funded, empowered, independent, and supported by the NFF, much in the same way as member associations are supported by FIFA through FIFA grants. Must have a regional football structure that includes a physical and football infrastructural development plan, with the NFF merely having an oversight function. Including a plan to ensure that the NFF is focused on national football policy and the administration of national football matters, while budgeting for and providing grants for grassroots development that will be measured against key performance indicators. It must include building a business of football ecosystem that incorporates a commercial partnership and sponsorship development plan with the private sector participation at the heart of financing our football. It must maximize the use of technology to administer and grow our football. My campaign kickoff cocktail event will take place on the 30th of August in Abuja to enable me to take questions from all those who will attend that event. I intend to run as a unifier and as a harmonizer, as the work requires all hands to be on deck. I commit to being a leader of an all-inclusive team that will lead Nigeria football to new heights as indeed a new dawn beckons. A new dawn where grassroots development takes preeminence, football as a business is promoted, infrastructure and technology are utilized to ensure our boundless pool of talent are discovered, nurtured, and developed to the highest possible levels. Only when football is built from the ground up, through intentional strategic planning and execution, can we begin to have sustainable success. As the president of the Nigerian Football Federation, I will ensure that we make our people proud and bring smiles to Nigerian football stakeholders. I invite you all to join me on this new, challenging, but exciting journey to move our football forward. I trust that I can count on your support as we take these steps forward as one big, indivisible football nation. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and God bless you all.